Hey guys, in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11, it says this. It says, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. What I want you to understand is this, all right? If I go into a football game, well, what's interesting is this. A football game, when I played them in rec league, we had all kinds of pads. They still do. But something that has all but disappeared from the pad system from football is knee pads. For the longest time, there were knee pads. We had to have our knee pads in. I mean, like they would check them before we even played. It was a little thin knee pad that would go right there on your knee. I mean, it was no big deal. You went into your uniform and you just did your thing. But nowadays, it's like, man, they'll almost have on shorts sometimes in football. I mean, it's above the knee. The pants are above the knee. There's no knee pad. There's nothing like that. When I lay brick now or lay block or something, I have to get down on my knees. I want, knee pads on for the most part. It's like, man, I got to protect these knees. Whoa. Oh, man, I got to protect them. And that's just knee pads. That's just for the knees. But, man, think about this. Football, there's helmet, there's shoulder pads, there's all sorts of things that, sometimes hip pads, if you will, to protect those hips as you're, hitting in, things like that. And they're there for a reason. Mouth guard to protect your teeth and your mouth and all. It can be a brutal sport. But let me tell you what's a more brutal sport: life itself. Because we're fighting spiritual battles. We're fighting against the flesh. Certainly we are. But when we say we're fighting against the flesh, that's still a very spiritual thing. But it's our own flesh. It's our own spirit fighting against. And then there are those powers and principalities, rulers in high places, rulers of darkness in high places. All those things that this hierarchy, this army. You better put on your armor. You better put on your helmet, and you better put on your belt of truth, and you better put on the feet, of the gospel. All of these, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, all of those things that allow us. It was sort of the Spirit being the Word of God, having that as your weapon. These things are vitally important. If you're missing one, then there's a vulnerable part of you. There's a vulnerable part of you. So you need the full armor of God, not just some of it. It's good to have some of it, but man, you better have all of it. All right, you better have all of it, because the devil knows the weak spot for you. That in football would be the knee pads. Now it'd be the knees and taking out the knees. But in the spiritual world, if you don't have all of your armor that you're wearing on a consistent basis, then the devil understands where your weak spot is and is going to attack it there. Your flesh, you'll know where your weakness is, and you'll fall for it every time. And so it's necessary for us to understand that we have to have the full armor on. All of our equipment, all the things that protect us, we need to have it on so that we don't leave ourselves vulnerable. So, whether it's the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, whether it's the belt of truth, if it's gospel, feet shod with the gospel of peace, any of those things, sword of the Spirit, all of those, whatever it may be, have it all. Have the whole kit and caboodle, as we call it, so that you can fight against the schemes of the devil. Love you guys. Bye-bye.